Hey everybody, this is Ray Ogilvie from Hartsville, South Carolina. We're living in a very important time for mankind. Every generation has faced its own trials. They have come in the form of wars or disease. But the trial we're facing today is unique, partly because the consequences of not addressing it are so severe, and because we're the ones who have created the problem. I'm referring to global warming. The temperature on the Earth has risen 1.2 degrees in just the last century. And this is a direct result of the huge expansion in industrialization that started in the late 1800s. Industrialization has been wonderful for mankind. It's created jobs and many of the products we all enjoy. But the machinery that made all this possible runs on gas and coal. And burning all that gas and coal has created an unwanted byproduct. Large amounts of CO2, also known as greenhouse gas. These gases accumulate in our upper atmosphere, where they act like a blanket, trapping heat from the sun and keeping it from radiating back into space, resulting in a gradual warming of our planet. The effects of this warming are already being felt. One result has been rising sea levels, which in turn has resulted in flooding in some low-lying parts of the world. In some places, the flooding has been bad enough to cause people to have to permanently relocate. They have had to leave the places they've called home all their lives and move to more crowded areas where the land is not as productive. Also, droughts have become more common. And along with the droughts have come wildfires. But this extra CO2 not only traps heat, it also reacts chemically with our oceans, making them more acidic. And this is very detrimental to reef-building organisms and to the creatures that make their homes in the reefs. And as the temperature on the land rises, it also rises in the oceans, which creates yet another problem. Oxygen does not dissolve as well in warm water as it does in cold. As a result, oxygen levels are dropping in our oceans. And the combination of extra acidity and less oxygen is creating dead zones. And this is not only bad for the creatures living in the ocean, it's also bad for the many people who rely on the ocean for food. And this situation will only get worse if not addressed. Researchers believe that the Earth's temperature will increase as much as 5 or even 10 degrees by the end of this century, if nothing is done. Fortunately, our world's leaders are working together to improve this situation. By regulating the emissions of factories all around the world and giving them incentives to adopt cleaner forms of energy. Many companies are doing this on their own. Among the choices for clean energy, two of the best are wind power and solar power. These can replace the burning of gas and coal for energy and greatly reduce the amount of CO2 released into the atmosphere. There are things we as individuals can do as well. We can do things like recycling or carpooling whenever possible. We won't be able to fix the problem overnight, but we can fix it. We know what needs to be done. It's just a matter of doing it. Thanks for watching.